Okay, so here is number one. We've got this triangle. We need to find this side right here. If you look at it, you can't really use law of sines or law of cosines right away, so you have to figure out what this angle is right here. So you do 180 minus 61 minus 14, and you end up getting 105. Now you could do law of sines. So we could do sine of 105 divided by 32 is equal to sine of 14 over b. Okay, so then we essentially just cross multiply, divide, and so if you multiply b to this side and 32 to this side, and then eventually you'll divide both sides by sine of 105, so you'll have sine of 14 times 32 divided by sine of 105. And when you do that, b should be approximately 8. Okay, there you go. That's number one. Number two, we're trying to find this angle right here. This time we already have an opposite pair, so we can just go ahead and start. So we've got sine of 138 over 47 is equal to sine of, we don't know, right, b technically, over 17. So you're going to do this in your calculator and multiply by 17. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so sine of 138 divided by 47 times 17. So you get roughly 0.242 is equal to sine theta. So then when you're trying to find the angle, you need to actually take the inverse of both sides, or sorry, do sine inverse. So inverse sine of 0.242 gives you 14 as a degree. Okay, that's number two. Number three says solve the triangle. So you have a lot more essentially work ahead of you. So first thing we can do is just simply figure out the first angle. So we know, again, we've got 180 minus the 118 right here, minus the, I believe, 30. Okay, so we end up getting 32 is this degree. Okay, now essentially we've got an opposite pair, and we can find the other opposite pair. So we can do sine of 32 over 18 is equal to, could do sine of 30 over side A. Okay, so again, cross multiply, divide. So you'll have A is equal to sine of 30 times 18 divided by sine of 32. So that means A is going to be approximately 17. Okay, so A is 17. Now we need to find the last one here. So again, we can do sine of 32 over 18 is equal to sine of 118 over little b, cross multiply, divide, just like here. So you'll end up with b is equal to 18 times sine of 118 over sine of 32. So b is going to equal 30. There you go. Okay, so those are the first three problems. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Number 4. So now we need to find this theta right here. We could do law of cosines to find this side first so we can get a matching side. So we can do, this is side A right here technically. So A squared is equal to 27 squared. 27 squared plus 13 squared minus 2 times 27 times 13 times cosine of 114. Okay. And so again, this one's the smoother one where you just type all of that in your calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really fast. Okay. So when you do that, you end up with 1,183.53. And then because it's squared, you take the square root of both sides. So the square root of that you end up with 34.4. Okay. So A is 34.4. Now we could do law of sines to find actual theta. So we do sine of 114 over 34.4 is equal to sine of theta, so angle B, over 27. Multiply both sides by 27. So we'll have sine, come on. Okay. So sine of 114 divided by 34.4 times 27. So you should get 0.717 is equal to sine of theta. So then you do inverse sine, and theta will be 45.8 degrees. Okay, so there's angle B. Now we'll move on to number 5, our last problem. Okay, so this time for 5, we need to find side AB. So this side right here is little side C. So we can do essentially law of cosines right away. So C squared we don't know. So we'll have A squared essentially. So 17 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 times 17 times 15 times cosine of 77. So now we do all that in our calculator again. So we do that really fast. (17 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 times 17 times 15 times cosine of 77, which gives you 399.275. So 399.275. Take the square root of both sides again, and it will be approximately 20. Okay. All right. That's it. If you have questions on any of this, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, I will see you guys the following day, which is the day that we are doing angles of elevation and depression 6.2. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.